Ezekiel 37 1-14. The Israelites living in exile were feeling as if their hopes had dried up, but God promises to breathe new life into them. Like an army of dry bones that rose from death, the people will stand up and return home. He said, "Prophesy to the bones. Tell these dry bones to listen to the word of the Lord." The Valley of Dry Bones. I felt the powerful presence of the Lord, and His Spirit took me and set me down in a valley where the ground was covered with bones. He led me all around the valley, and I could see that there were many bones. There were very many bones and that they were very dry. He said to me, "Mortal man, can these bones come back to life?" I replied, "Sovereign Lord, only you can answer that." He said, "Prophesy to these bones. Tell these dry bones to listen to the word of the Lord. Tell them that I, the sovereign Lord, am saying to them, I am going to put breath into you and bring you back to life. I will give you sinews and muscles and cover you with skin. I will put breath into you and bring you back to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord." So I prophesied as I had been told. While I was speaking, I heard a rattling noise, and the bones began to join together. While I watched, the bones were covered with sinews and muscles, and then with skin, but there was no breath in the bodies. God said to me, "Mortal man, prophesy to the wind. Tell the wind that the sovereign Lord commands it to come from every direction, to breathe into these dead bodies and to bring them back to life." So I prophesied as I had been told. Breath entered the bodies, and they came to life and stood up. There were enough of them to form an army. God said to me, "Mortal man, the people of Israel are like these bones. They said that they are dried up, without any hope and with no future. So prophesy to my people Israel and tell them that I, the sovereign Lord, am going to open their graves. I am going to take them out and bring them back to the land of Israel. When I open the graves where my people are buried and bring them out, they will know that I am the Lord. I will put my breath in them, bring them back to life, and let them live in their own land. Then they will know that I am the Lord. I have promised that I would do this, and I will. I, the Lord, have spoken." That God will give breath, like He will raise the dry bone back to life, give breath in them, and bring them back to the land of Israel. Evidence of new life and life being restored. I see it in, the stories of the missionary from my church, that there are people whose life are made new by through their obedience in Christ, through their faith in Christ. And even in our communities, there are people who were previously alcoholics or drug addicts or even drug dealers, and when they came to have a saving faith in Christ, their life were changed. And some of them are pastor, like our assistant pastor was used to be I guess I think he dealt drug. For sure he was put in jail, but he came out and his life was changed after believing in Christ, and now he's our assistant pastor. And there are many lives who are changed in that way. And through the missionary report, I know that there are many lives changed like that all over the world. And actually people like in other part of the world have a more powerful transformation, because I guess they need Christ more, and so Christ revealed himself to them in a more powerful way, and they actually love him more. So I hear those stories, and I do see that new life and life are being restored. And in terms of like the specific message, I do know that Israel as a nation is also being restored. They are rebuilding their temple, and they have come home, and they're rebuilding their temple right now. So definitely this prophecy has come true, and in the process of even being fulfilled completely. So yeah. Amen.